So I haven't made any YouTube videos in a while because YouTube's not my thing. I'm a software engineer. That's what I do full time. So I'm not really interested in becoming YouTube famous. But I do want to talk about something that happened on New Year's. And sorry for the noise. Some guy's upstairs. He's been banging away, trying to break some concrete for the last 3 days. But I want to talk about my experience dealing with insurance companies, the person that actually hit me on New Year's, and the police. So pretty much here's what happened. So I was in La Carretera entre Puerto Plata y Santiago. That's pretty much like there's actually two of them. There's the long road, which is like the original road, and then there's one that's through the mountains. I was actually doing the one through the mountains. I got hit because the guy sideswiped me. He came over the yellow line. There's actually a sign that says no rebase, but like, dude did it anyway. He actually came over the line and hit me. Like, so I'm going this way, he's going this way. He actually hits me from the back, breaks the wheel, as well as I don't even remember how to say it in English. It's eje. It's the things that the tires are actually on. Axle. That's how you say it. So he broke the axle. So luckily I had a pretty decent car. I had just bought a Ford Bronco. So nice Ford Bronco, 3-inch lift, 35-inch tires. I mean, it looks beautiful. I already have, I have another one, but it's a 4-door. So I ended up buying a 2-door as well. And this isn't my first time. Like, I know how to drive. I've been in this country almost a decade. Had Jeep Grand Cherokee, Ford Explorer. So this was completely at this person's fault. So when I get into the accident, the first thing I do is call Asistencia Vial, which they're like the roadside assistance. Always call them, just do 911 and then tell them where your location is. Always make sure to like save your GPS location, and here's why, because this is gonna make sense later. So at first the guy's like, oh, what's going on, this and that. The first thing I tell this guy is, ¿dónde está tu seguro? ¿Dónde está tu seguro? Yo tengo mi tarjeta de seguro, yo tengo mi licencia. Like, I have my license, I have my insurance. Ahora vamos a llamar asistencia vial, because I don't want this guy to start yelling and hollering, oh, this and that. So I try to reassure him so he doesn't go crazy, even though he hit me. I'm like, hey, don't worry, the insurance is going to cover this, making him think that, hey, look, oh, this is a gringo, he doesn't know, he thinks, this is that. So the first thing he says is, oh, yo no tengo seguro bueno, yo solo tengo seguro de ley, which is like the minimum coverage insurance, like the insurance required by law. Pero tú tienes seguro full, hermano, like he's speaking that hermano crap. Brother, blah, 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 blah. So he starts saying that, hey, my insurance will cover it. Tú solo tienes que decir que tú eres culpable. He was like telling me that, hey, I just have to say that I was at fault and that my insurance will cover everything. That's not how it goes. He's at fault. So pretty much what I do is wait for the police to come, and, of course, I make sure to take pictures, photos, and GPS, exactly where it happened. So from there, pretty much we try to see, okay, what's going on. Like, luckily I bought a Ford Bronco. That thing's a beast. So we put the spare tire on, and we call it la respuesta. We put the spare tire on. He has to look for a truck, or they call it a crane or whatever, but it's like it's una grúa. So like if you get in an accident, and your car can't drive, necesitas una grúa. So the guy had to get one of those. My insurance company said that, they can get one, but it would take about 3 hours. Luckily I had good insurance. I had full coverage. And the first thing I did was say, okay, what are the list of your mechanic shops? Un taller. Un taller is like where they're going to take your car to fix it and stuff like that. And you want to file a police report. But here's where you file a police report. They just said, which is like also AMET. Like the traffic cops, they're actually there. You want to file it in the province that it happened. The guy wanted to say it happened in Santiago, which it didn't. Actually happened in Puerto Plata. It was in Jessica. And luckily I had the GPS to show that. So the guy tried to say this and this, but I made sure to record everything, recorded all conversations. And with all the evidence, I was able to show that, hey, this guy was at fault. Look at, where the cars were, look at the video, look at so and so and so. But the guy wanted to insist this and that. We actually think that the guy doesn't have insurance, even though he said he did, because he still hasn't provided insurance, and it's been like almost 3 weeks. And it's been like trying to pull teeth to try to get anything from this guy. But if you have good insurance, they'll at least cover it for you. They're not doing shit for that other person, but at least for you, they'll cover it. So basically, once it's in the mechanic shop, what's going to happen is the mechanic shop is going to do a inspection, and then look how much it's going to cost to fix this, and then they're going to send it to your insurance company. Your insurance company is going to do the same exact thing. They're going to price everything. They're going to see, okay, how long this will take to fix. Do they have to import the parts? Are there parts currently in the country? So this might take a while. This might take a couple days, maybe even a week. But once that happens, what they'll do is they'll try to import the part. The worst thing is when they have to import the part, because that could take literally 30 days because they actually have to put it on a boat. It's still in that process for me, which sucks. So I'll probably have my car fixed for 2 months just because the parts and stuff like that, they're not fairly common here in the DR. Like, you don't see too many Ford Broncos being driven around. As far as the insurance, they said that, hey, look, based on the police report, police said that it's this guy's fault. You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to give this guy any money or anything like that, because the guy, hit me up asking me for money to help him, this and that. Nothing. One thing is full coverage, like my full coverage includes bail money. If I kill somebody, hopefully that never happens. Rental car service, so make sure that your policy includes a rental car just in case you're going to be out of a car for like a month or two. They'll pay for the rental car. And just make sure that you read the fine print with everything. Make sure that you have your license, make sure you have your insurance, and that will cover you. You don't have to give anybody money. The moment they start talking about that, make sure to always just, first of all, don't call Policía Nacional. Make sure that you call the traffic police, and make sure that you call your insurance company and send that information, and you go and report it, and don't sign anything. In that report is final. So read that report. If you don't agree what's in that report, don't sign it. Do not sign it. The report showed that this guy, pretty much overtook, rebasó. He went over the yellow line, hit me, he was at fault. I was driving properly and stuff like that. But make sure you don't sign anything and it doesn't really require a lawyer, so lawyers will try to eat your money and stuff like that. The only time it might require lawyers, say for instance you go to jail or something, hopefully that doesn't happen, but make sure that you follow a police report and you have the proper insurance and stuff first, because the insurance company is going to have their lawyers and stuff like that. You'll most likely not have to pay anything out of pocket unless you're at fault. Now, of course, there's the deductible, but I mean, you're not going to be paying thousands of dollars. Make sure you have your insurance. Insurance is very cheap. Just buy it. Buy full coverage. Insurance is very cheap. Don't be cheap, because being cheap can get you locked up for a few months. Insurance in the Dominican Republic is super cheap. And I also want to make another video probably later about what it's like driving in the DR, because a lot of people don't respect the law, so that's why you always have to videotape stuff. Make sure that you videotape what's going on. Make sure that you have copies of all documents. Make sure that you take that person's license, tag, everything. And that's what I made sure to do. I took a video of this person's tag, I took a video of their license. The person didn't want to give me some other information. The person didn't want to give me their insurance card. He made every excuse in the book. Oh, yo no lo tengo. Está en la casa. Pero yo puedo dártelo más tarde. Tú puedes venir aquí a un abogado y vamos a resolver eso. Don't fall for none of that crap. The only two places you gotta go: traffic police, the Gazette, and your insurance. You don't gotta go nowhere else unless, say, for instance, like, people are injured and you're driving reckless and stuff like that. So that's it for this video. Thanks again for watching. I hate to say like and subscribe because I hate those type of people that are pointing all over the place. Hey, go here, go here, go here, go here. If you want to subscribe, cool. If you want to like, that's cool too. But like I said, this isn't my full-time job. But thanks again.